this. You know, you're great, and you know, just remind yourself that you're great. You know, and keep the people that really believe in you, keep them close. You know, most especially because there are times where you'll be down. You know, there are definitely times. Sometimes, you know, weeks, months. You know, in back to back, but you just, you know, you have people that will be there for you.
Welcome back to Eat and Talk, everybody. We have a very special guest today. Let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Yusra.
And I'm Gilbert, and we're back with another episode of Eat and Talk.
Yes, thank you so much. Before we introduce our guest, we just really quick wanted to give a shout out to Sublime Water, who is our partnership. It is natural spring water from the Andes Mountains of Argentina. Very fancy. It's not alcohol.
It's definitely not. It looks like alcohol, but it's not.
But it's very clean water. So we are going to enjoy that today. And we brought our guests some of my favorite sambusa.
Yummy.
So
from Sambusa King.
Yep, from Sambusa King, located in Hopkins. So shout out to Sambusa King. And our guest today, we're going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Beri, don't be shy, man. Don't be shy.
I'm not shy, yo. What's good, everyone? My name is Beri, a.k.a. that boy Beri. Nigerian Cameroon Prince.
Please, you're Nigerian. Don't say Cameroon.
Nigerian Cameroon Prince, and I'm here rocking with Gilbert and Yusra at the Eat and Talk podcast.
Yes.
We're excited.
Look at him, you guys.
Well.
Look at just how fresh he is.
I know, we got an EP coming up.
All right, look at that, guys. Out already, actually. Out already on all platforms. That boy dropped on August 6th. So
we are gonna drop the link here under the little box here on our YouTube for sure. Let's get into it. Gilbert, go ahead and ask him our first question.
Why did you get into music?
Oh, man.
Why did you get into music?
Man, I got into music. I don't know, man. It was just something about it that was very, it was just pulling me. I used to write before I really realized I could sing. I used to write poetry, and I was always just attracted to the arts. I actually used to draw, and I just started to sing here and there in the shower. And
we all know those showers. In the shower,
in
the shower, you think you're a singer,
just like everyone else.
Exactly.
And one day, it kind of struck to me like, damn, you're really good, actually. And I just started to take it a little more serious. And at age 10, I really just said, this is what I want to do. I just got attracted to the lifestyle.
What kind of lifestyle is that, Beri?
Hey, man, I mean, the money, the fame, everything. I want it all. Yeah, I'm attracted to all of that. Great music, most especially. Number ones, Billboard records, all of that, So I love music, everything about it. Even if I wasn't an artist, I would probably be a manager or just doing something in music. So that was kind of how I fell in love with music, and I've never gone back since then.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your background now. And you said you started discovering it when you were at the age of 10, and tell us about the history and how you went through there.
So like I said, originally I'm Nigerian and Cameroonian, and I grew up most of my life though in Nigeria, so that's probably why Gilbert.
How are you Cameroonian?
I mean, I've gone back.
You could be more than one.
Exactly. But I've gone back to Cameroon as well a few times because I have family back there. Just growing up back home, my granddad actually used to play the organ in church, although I never really saw him because he's passed away. But I just kind of was attracted to that. And when I got into secondary school, which is high school, that was kind of where I really started to write more, play the guitar. Of course, getting influenced by my community, my surroundings, my friends, the people I was listening to at the time, Wizkid, when they had just come out.
Shout out to Wizkid.
Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Olamide, Lionel Richie. I listened to music from everywhere as well. I have an older sister actually who used to play a lot of R&B and blues in the house a lot.
Shout out to sis.
Shout out to sis, because that was kind of where I really started to feel the emotions, because every time I listened to those kind of music, give me great emotions, lyrics especially. I love lyrics. So listening to artists like Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder, great artists from the past. Those were the times that really played a huge role in who I am today, because they just, made me feel great. And I was like, man, I want my music to feel like this. I want people to feel great when they listen to my music. So I just always studied, always researched, just very passionate. When you're passionate about something, you always put in the time, you always find the time to do that. So, just always done that, and, that's kind of led me to where I am right now. So
that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
So what makes a good artist in your eyes?
Wow. Okay, in my eyes, a great artist is, someone who is, first of all, passionate about what they do, who is dedicated to their work, and who's always ready. Someone who's always ready to give their all, no matter the situation, and who is also always ready to learn from others and take criticism. Because you're not an island, so you always need to be able to learn from other people. That's why I have my manager, I have my team.
Shout out to the manager.
Shout out to my management team, Job Penny Productions.
Yep,
yes.
Big shout out to them.
Close friends, family members. You have to be able to learn. Like all my life situations. They influence my music. Just little things that happen in the day. I go back and document. Because those things play a role. So I think as a great artist, you have to be aware, some kind of spiritual guidance. It doesn't matter what you follow, Christian, non-religious. Just be balanced. Be able to be balanced.
So what type of artist would you say you are?
In a simple definition, Afrofusion. Okay. Afrofusion artist. But I feel like with my sound and with the way African music is growing, there's even, bigger. Much bigger not boundaries, but a much bigger soundscape to where my sound can go. But at the moment, I'll say Afrofusion. Okay. Yeah, Afrofusion. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I personally think that music unites people in every single culture. It doesn't, like you said, it doesn't matter religion, non-religion, spiritual. We all have one thing in common. We all have music backgrounds and different music. And so you talked a little bit about all the different artists that inspire you. But step away from the artist a little bit. Just in nature, what inspires you to level in deeply and start writing your music?
Water. I love going to this place. It's like a little island. Where I just go and meditate, and I like to just watch water flow and just sit out.
Yes, that's something.
Sit in the sun. And speak to the trees. Meditate. Just stay grounded. I love being in nature. I love to meditate, like I said. But especially just that flow of water, it just like gets me in the zone. Just makes me feel like if this water is always moving. Even if it's slow or quick. So just knowing that no matter how things are moving, I'm still here. So yeah, the flow.
So that's where. So the water is where you get your inspiration for your.
Exactly, water.
I see you drinking water now. So do you wanna? Is there a song? Is there a song that you wanna write about the water now?
I might as well. Inspiration,
Well, that was good. But so what was the difficult part of you like writing the EP that you have out right now?
Wow, difficult. I won't say maybe writing it maybe wasn't difficult, but when you have the body of work and you're now trying to now take it to the next level. So I think that's kind of where it is. And sometimes you and your team, you may butt heads on, decisions, but I think that's kind of where the difficulty kind of, came in. And, just growing as an artist too, I'm learning. Like I said, I just got together with my manager, and we've been working now for a year plus, and I've grown a lot since then.
Yeah, shout out to that. I was gonna touch base on that too, because I personally have seen you grow from a year ago to now. The pace that you're going, I can be like, this is what you deserve. And one thing about you, you've been patient too. You were not always in a rush to make music. You were patient, and I've seen your growth, man. You guys follow him on IG?
Yes, that boy Beri. Follow me on IG, on all social media platforms as well. So what was the question again? Just kind of going back to that question. Difficult, yeah. So, just getting it to that level where we're like, okay, it's good to go. So I think that taught me a lot, and moving into my next couple of projects, I'm feeling a lot more confident, and yeah, I can't just wait to drop music. I can't wait to put out more body of works, more visuals, more music videos. I'm excited. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm having fun. So
that's amazing. Yeah. No, we love to hear it. So, as an artist, I know this is a very difficult question because it's like asking someone like, who's your favorite child when they have a lot of different children. But what is your favorite song that you have wrote? And what is your favorite song that you perform? Because I know sometimes those are two totally different, atmospheres.
Wow. It's hard to say. I have so many songs I've written, but I'll say maybe at the moment, my favorite song is probably Revival, just because it's one of the first songs I've ever written about unity and strength.
I thought he was about to say about a woman, but
coming together, as one black people.
That's what's up.
That's something I've always just thought of and been attracted to and wanted to share my light on. So I think that's probably my favorite song at the moment, and I'll say my favorite song to perform as well is Life of the Party, because it's pretty upbeat. It's
the title says it all.
Exactly. Very
the
upbeat,
title says it all.
Great vibes, great African vibes. So yeah, at the moment those, but as time goes, it's probably going to change because I got some new stuff on the way, and I always create new music. So yeah,
that's awesome. What is your dream collab?
Oh my God. Can I say 3?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
At the same time, or they separately?
Take your time.
Separately.
Okay. Take your time to name all 3.
I have a lot, but like the top 3, Drake. Definitely, I'm such a big fan
Drake and
of
Beri.
Drake.
That would be a fire, fire collab.
Yes.
Drake, if you're watching, please let us know.
Right.
Oh my God.
Contact his manager.
I love Drake. That's he's played a huge role in who I am today. Number 2, Wizkid, of course. Is the Don. He's just done so much. Very influential.
Shout out to Wiz.
And of course Burna Boy. It's from my city, Port Harcourt.
Shout out to Burner.
So I think those are like my top 3.
I could definitely see.
It's quite a long list, though. Yes,
that's a good top 3 list. I would have, Beri and Drake. Okay.
Oh my God, that would be
coming in the future. Speaking to existence.
Yes, manifesting.
But I wanted to go. I wanted to touch back for those that follow you on IG and all social media platform. I see you've been doing a lot of concert opening for artists and all that stuff. Which artist did you feel like was more challenging for you to open for?
Wow. Honestly, I don't think any of them have been challenging per se. I think I usually just go in there, thinking of these guys like we're on the same level.
I like that. That's smart.
If we can be in the same room,
that's smart.
We can impact the people the same way, or I can even have a better impact. Or you can have a better impact. But I don't think I'm ever nervous or anything like that. In fact, I'm more elated and happy just to be able to be in the same room as these people, knowing that my music is on the same level, if not, better than, these people. So, I'm never really feeling any kind of pressure. And, usually I love to meet the guys, after and, introduce myself.
Networking.
So, it's a great time to network, share my music, let them know about my sound. So, no, it's always great for me. I really cherish those moments because these are, the times I'll look back on and be like, wow, like I really, we really put in the work, it was a step-by-step process. A year or 2 years ago, I wasn't in the same rooms with these people. Now I'm taking pictures. Even though we don't maybe have the same look. But I feel like I'm on the same level, like I've said or stressed. So it's just all about timing. Bigger budget. More money. And all that. So yeah, I take it with joy. Happiness.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a little bit into your music again. Is there any Minnesota people that you would like to collab with as well?
Absolutely.
And give a shout out to some known Minnesota artists that our followers might not know about. We should have a look out for.
Okay. Absolutely. Well, the shout out first, Ozone Creations. You know, I used to be a part of Ozone Creations for a little while. So those are my people, those are my family. You know, regardless, Obi Original, Summer, Chinwe, Bakari, Breezy, Too Fresh, everyone in the city doing their thing. K Brown, Angie Bay, Libyanka, of course, who's now
shout
on
out
The
to
Voice.
Libyanka. She making Cameroon proud.
Exactly. Young Metro.
Shout out to Metro too.
Yes, the producers, Yemi, you know, Obi. There's so many people. The list goes on. Keanu, Bakari. You know, there are just so many artists. You know, down here, and the last couple of years, really, it's just been great to see the growth.
That's
true,
true.
because we've all, you know, kind of come up together. You know, even though everyone started doing their own thing individually, but you know, it's just great to see where we're at right now, and you know where we're going. And you know, I know a lot of people like maybe want to leave Minnesota, but you know, I feel like there's something brewing here in Minnesota.
That's actually, you're leading me into my next question.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
was gonna talk about
And in the
Minnesota
next couple of years, you know, 5-6 years, I think that's probably even too far. You know, I see festivals happening here, having the A-list artists coming down here. You know, it's only a matter of time. So I feel like, you know, why not, you know, be the superstar here? You know, why not be the superstar?
Be the next
here?
Prince.
Exactly. Hey, bigger than Prince.
Next Prince.
Bigger than
even
Prince.
bigger.
You know, so there are a lot of people here, you know, down here that are really great. But the people I want to work with, Finding Novian, Maria Issa.
Contact his manager. You guys are hearing this.
Maria
It would be
Issa.
nice to see a female collab.
Yes. Maria Issa is a really great, really great Spanish artist. Of course, Obi Original. We've worked together, but you know, I want to work more with him.
Get in contact with the manager.
You know, everyone. You know, eventually, I want to have, you know, something with everyone. You know, because you know, it's just going to be very pivotal for the city, you know, most especially. So yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that, like I said, you were leading me into my next question. So, in Minnesota, what do you think is like the most challenging part as an artist from Minnesota or starting off in Minnesota? What do you think is the most challenging?
You know, since we're not, I don't want to say we're not like necessarily a music city, because we really are a music city, but we just probably don't have the big looks and, you know, the labels and all that. Maybe I think probably just because of the weather and all that probably scares people to want to set up here. But I feel like you know, getting that love and stamp from the OGs, I think that's one thing that we probably need more in Minnesota.
That's true.
First of all, the OGs kind of identify themselves, because I know we have a lot of OGs here in Minnesota, but we don't really know some of them, you know. So these guys have to actually come out to these shows, even though you're not signing anybody, but come and watch us, come and see what we're doing, because, you know, we're putting in work. So
because they're great, and they're the future. So
yeah, absolutely,
check them out,
absolutely.
definitely.
So getting that stamp from the OGs, and as well, you know, just the people here, you know, a lot of our people here, you know, when the artists from outside come, it's always a packed stadium.
I noticed that.
Target Center is always
that.
packed. So, you know, come see your own local artists. We got great artists out here, you know, not even just musicians, you know, artists, painters, dancers, you know, different kinds of people. So the audience, the people, you know, come out for your people especially. So there's a lot of work to be done, but, you know, I think with social media, with the radio, you know, word of mouth, you know, more people would, you know what's going on in their city, and, you know, actually come out and support. So, you know, getting that support from our people, and as well the stamp from the OGs, I think, you know, because if you get a stamp from, you know, like some big time producers like, you know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, you know, those are, you know, some Minnesota legends, you know, so, you know, people like that, you know, just making sure they're putting their ears too on their city, because these guys are working with artists outside in LA, in New York, in Atlanta. We got great artists here, so.
And I think that's the biggest reason too that Yusra and I started the platform, was to be able to have that place that
absolutely
introduces artists like you guys, because I don't think Minnesota is, I don't think we have that platform to even release an artist, and then we also have to do better as as a community too, as friends,
as a collective,
promoting each other and stuff like that. So I'm always interested to ask people about that question as an artist, the challenging part, because I feel like some artists from Minnesota, they start here and then they move, LA to the big
LA,
name.
Cali,
and
some of them end up coming back,
That's true.
Some of them end up coming back.
But like you already said it though, in the next, couple of years, Minnesota, I feel like the way things are going now, a lot of artists are coming into Minnesota performing. So it's giving you guys the platform to open out for them. But we, as a community, we just have to always come out and support our own individuals and stuff like that. But
absolutely. So speaking of new artists that are coming out and looking, you have such an amazing positive vibe, and
Thank you.
Yes, and you are very level-minded, and it looks like you give great energy out into the world. And so for anyone who is new and upcoming, who is struggling in this industry right now, what advice do you have for them into surviving? Because as you said, it's not easy, but it's all about how you think. So
my younger brother is trying to be a rapper as well. So
shout out to his younger brother. follow your dreams. Follow your dreams.
Yes. So I have some younger people that I'm already kind of looking after. Taryn, my manager's cousin, who's also a producer. So I'm already talking to these people. And I just let them know that you got to be open. You got to be first of all, passionate, which I'll always stress, because if music is not at the front of your mind, then it's probably not what you want to do. Maybe you're just feeling it for a little bit, but if you keep having that feeling, you see yourself doing it, then I say keep working on that passion, keep building that passion, keep studying, always study. Don't always feel like you're behind. And even that's something for me I still try to work on, because you see your peers doing maybe better than you, and you feel maybe left behind. But you got to remember that everyone has their time to blossom. It's funny, my life coach was telling me something. She was saying that there's on the stream, there's a part when there's a boat on the stream, there's a part where it's like very slow, and then it just gets to a part, and then it just starts to move really quickly. And that's kind of how I feel like my life is moving, and how the process to feel like, for anybody who's trying to do music, because it's gonna take time, but you have to use that time to develop yourself as an artist, as a person. You got to be focused and, curious, very curious. Follow your intuition. Believe in yourself. Always hype yourself up. Like, you have to hype yourself up. You have to be like, I'm the best, I'm the greatest. I tell my little cousins, like, you got to tell yourself in the mirror, I am great, I am the best, Don't let anyone shun you, your family. People will shun you. Your family,
people talk about you whether you're doing
I know, right?
Especially.
And that's another thing too that I wanted to, give you your flowers while you're still alive on, is the fact that how passionate you were. Because I know back in the days we used to have conversations. I'll call you once in a while and I'll talk about school and music and all that stuff, and you were always leaning towards the music. You never give up on the music. You're always leaning towards the music thing. So it's right about the passion. You have to be passionate about it, and I can see it. I can see it now. I can see it.
No, thank you. And
so
it's just it's something that you can't really make up. I feel like it's just just a burning desire within me, and anyone that feels that way, anything that you're really passionate about, it doesn't really matter. I feel like that's how it feels. So I've just always been so curious, always wanting to learn. I'm a sponge. Anything anyone tells me, even though it sounds maybe odd at first, but I take it. I process, and be like, okay, I see how this will help me or benefit me. I wasn't really open to a lot of things when I started doing them. Being mindful, meditating, all those things. You think they're a facade, but you just put yourself in there, and you're like, okay, I can see how this helps me, and now becomes a part of you. So staying balanced really is important, and I think that just comes with time. You can't really just force all these things. But yeah, just enjoy the journey as a up and coming artist, most especially. You can't be always thinking of, man, when will this hit come? Or okay, when the hit now comes, what next? Because it'll come. Then what next now? Absolutely. How are you gonna keep up? Are you trying to be here long term, or are you just trying to have a one hit, and just fade away? And I want to be in this forever. I want to, build an empire. Own my
Speak it to existence.
Label. Yes,
Speak it to existence.
Sign my own artist. Help my community, most especially. Give back. I want to give back, most especially to the youngins, to everybody. Because I know how, difficult it was. So, I just, I'll advise anyone to just enjoy the journey. Be a sponge, because there are things that will come your way that you will need, but you may feel like, I don't know if I can handle this, but you got this, you got this, you're great. And, just remind yourself that you're great, and keep the people that really believe in you, keep them close, most especially, because there are times where you will be down, there are definitely times, sometimes, weeks, months, in back to back, but you just, you have people that will be there for you to cry, to cry on them. So just, that's
that was powerful, yo.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Positive affirmation. I'm gonna play that last clip every day before I go to bed, because that just inspired me.
That's what's up. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
No, we're super proud of you, Beri.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for blessing our
Thank you for
Eden
having
Talk podcast
us. Thank
studio.
you for having me.
Honestly, it's very inspiring to watch you. I've had Beri on Instagram for a while, and I've been keeping you for a long time. I'm like, look at him go.
He's going.
Singing to concerts, being in the studio, having an amazing management team, mentoring, all that stuff. Like,
he has
that
a life coach now too.
Exactly.
Any more advice your coach has told you that you want to share with us? Because you got that one stuck in my head now.
I'll say visualizing is one of them. Seeing yourself doing those things, great things. Imagining yourself doing those things that you might, because you can't really get there if you can't see yourself there. Because even though you end up getting there, you may self-sabotage, or something may happen. You won't be able to handle. So seeing yourself in those places, before you get there, it makes you have that feeling, and shout out to my life coach as well. Her name is Naima.
Shout out to her.
Yes, she has a podcast that she does every Monday. It's a live call, very, very powerful, very, very spiritual. Just makes you start.
What is the name of it?
It's called Naima, the Wonderful You podcast. Okay. It's on every platform, and as
we're gonna drop the link. You guys make sure to send us the link.
Yes, and on Mondays I'll send you both.
Sounds good, man.
The live call. It's just good to be on there and listen. There are a lot of people on there who share their stories, who've been working with her for years. Jazz on there. She introduced me to Naima. So many great people.
Shout out to the manager.
Yes.
Shout out to your manager.
One thing, like I said, visualizing is very important. That's one of the things I do when I go out in nature. Look out in the sun. Let's look up and just imagine myself meeting the people I want to meet, being in the studio with the people I want to meet. Making the money I want to make. Anything you can manifest, anything you want, but you got to see yourself having it first, and as well, like I said earlier too, hyping yourself up, telling yourself I am great. Even if it means writing it on sticky notes, putting it on the mirror in your car, everywhere you go, just reminders on your phone, because those things work. They really, are like reminders. That's what they're meant to be, because we forget how great we are sometimes, so. We need constant reminders to just kind of let us know.
I love that. We forget how great we are sometimes.
We do.
Yes, and we need
really
need to remind ourselves.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Beri, I know we need a part two. We need a part two, but you're a busy man. I know you gotta
that part two.
You gotta get going. You got more, studio time and stuff like that.
But sign our Hall of Fame sweater before you go. We just started this.
Okay.
Shout out to Slink Proper, one of our
Shout
guests. He gave us the idea. So we're gonna have you sign this, and thank you.
And while you're signing it, what is the last advice that you can give upcoming artists?
Develop your craft. Always develop your craft. Like, you're in this. If you're in this in the long game, which is what you should be aiming for. You have to, be working on your craft. If that means being in the studio every day, writing a song every day, singing. Vocal lessons. I have vocal lessons. You gotta train yourself. You can't just think because you have a talent and you're just gonna automatically get better. You have to keep, working. Even if it means distancing yourself. Because those are things that sacrifices, making sacrifices. You gotta make sacrifices. To make sure your craft is great. Because at the end of the day, it's a business, and your music is the product. And if and just even beyond the music, your essence, your aura, like. You are a brand. You're a moving, walking brand. So, you got to make sure that everything is in alignment, from the music to the brand. So working on that every day, right?
And I can already tell people are
about
to be watching this interview over and over and over again just to hear the advice and all that stuff. I love it.
Writing down ideas, just working on your craft every day, even though it's for 10 minutes, just putting in the time, so... just making sure it's in the forefront of your mind.
Guys, make sure you guys go get the EP.
Get that EP.
It's on all platforms. It's on all platforms.
Yes.
Make sure you get it. Shout out to you, big bro.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all.
It shows. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
We're gonna let him eat his sambu, so we're gonna have time.
First of all, let me sign.
And let him sign the sweater. Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, as we always say, we love to have our guests back at some point. We know Beri's gonna be too famous for us, so we would love to see 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years, where he's at. So, yeah.
You guys want him to sing?
Oh, if he's comfortable. If you are comfortable hitting a note, go ahead.
Oh, you still want me to sing?
Oh, yes.
Let me sip some water first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now we can tell why water is so important when it comes to music.
Sublime water.
Sublime water.
Elevating. We just tryna hustle, get the paper. Life is really what you make it. So be wise and don't waste it. Don't waste it. Way too long they've been killing all of us. People pray for a life that could be just. All the people where they carry all the money. All the poverty we fool for the country. Where them hide, where them dey, we go find out. Carry strength, been oppressed for the longest. Hold your hands, my brothers and sisters, hold. Things gon' change, the fight has just begun. Revival, now we be fighter. Revival, surely it's a revival. Survival, we no retire. Hey, revival, it's a revival. It's a revival, people.
Man, we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
You next on the voice.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you,
once
man.
again, Beri,
Thank you,
guys. Thank
Even
you for
Tom,
having
we are
me.
signing out.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace, love.
Oh,
Thank you,
that was
guys.
amazing. I had to go